Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about Sinbad. We're going to take a look at his skills, then do some arena testing, maybe even Dream Realm testing. He has some debuffs in his kit, however when it comes to Dream Realm there's limited slots and they're now really powerful Dream Realm heroes. I don't know if he's actually be like a meta Dream Realm hero, but we'll maybe do a bit of testing with that. So let's begin it off with his ultimate ability. It will begin with 300 initial energy, Whizzing Edge. So it will have a passive effect. Sinbad skills deal normal attack damage, and his casting speed is affected by both his attack speed and haste. So if you give him more attack speed, he's going to have even faster skill casting, not only just faster normal attacks, which other heroes don't have that. Then the active effect of Whizzing Edge. Sinbad lands as many hits as possible on the enemy for 3 seconds, dealing 100% attack damage per hit. After these successes of attacks, he delivers one final strike that deals 240% attack damage. So in total, with a high amount of attack speed, he can get many hits off with the in these 3 seconds, and then he finishes it off with a final strike of a pretty high, up to 280% attack damage. Maybe ultimate power would be good for him, but we also need to consider skill power because we're going to take a look at his skills now as well. But definitely, he has a lot of damage potential from his ultimate, and he begins with 300 initial energy. He will be able to ultimate before most other heroes on the team. Okay, Tracker's Instincts. This is the really interesting skill, and makes him a really cool hero. And overall, as an A-level hero, to have like this sort of unique factor is really nice. I think that he will be as popular as Sylvina, potentially even more than that. But let's take a look at this. So 6 seconds into a battle, Sinbad vaults behind his allies and starts assessing the enemy's strength. He marks the enemy dealing the most damage as the hitter, so the hard-hitting enemy damage dealer, maybe Diurnal, Lily May, and the one taking the most damage as the guard. So that would be the tank of the enemy team. These marks last for 30 seconds. Sinbad then charges at the hitter, dealing 120% attack damage plus whatever skill power you have 4 times, and reducing their attack by 45%. Next, he takes on the guard, dealing the same damage 4 times and increasing their damage taken by 25%. So 2 very useful debuffs here. 45% attack reduction onto the hard-hitting enemy damage dealer, and 25% bonus damage taken onto the guard or the tank of the enemy team. So your team can try to shred through him faster. Both debuffs expire when their respective marks do. This is crazy, right? The mark is gonna last for 30 seconds. Like, 30 second, 45% attack bar reduction? It seems insane. And then also the damage, yeah. If a marked enemy is defeated or when the marks expire, Sinbad starts a new assessment and becomes unaffected, so he can't be controllable during this time. The debuffs are reduced to 20% of the original effect when used against bosses. So this is the thing why I don't think necessarily he's going to be great for Dream Realm, because they're reduced to 20% of the original effect. So even at maximum rank, the guard damage taken will be boosted by 40%, right? But you're going to be reducing that to 20%, which means you're actually only going to get 8% bonus damage dealt to the boss, if it's a boss. If it's a regular enemy, you're gonna get this 60% attack reduction onto the hitter and 40% bonus damage taken by the guard. It's an like for an A-level nuking type rogue assassin to have a skill like this is pretty insane. But it will only go off 6 seconds into the battle, not immediately. Okay, now duo cut. Sinbad swings his double-headed blade twice, dealing up to 240% and then plus 20 times the amount of skill power damage per hit, and this will hit 2 times. Overall, I am thinking ultimate power might be better, because if you have really high attack speed and haste, I think you can hit potentially 6-7 times in the 3 seconds, and then you're going to be getting all of that times the 15%. You can just shred through with your ultimate, I'm thinking. But you could also give him like attack and attack speed, attack and crit charms. A lot of charms would be good for him. So hero focus will give him bonus attack speed, which is not only just faster normal attacks, but also it will cause your casting speed to be increased, because that is the unique effect of the passive of his ultimate ability. Okay, now there's more. This is Mythic Plus. Sinbad studies the fighting style of the hitter and the guard to strengthen the debuffs he applies. If the hitter deals more normal attack damage, Sinbad's debuff will reduce their attack speed by 60. along with the attack reduction of 60, right? And if they deal more skill damage, the debuff will reduce their energy recovery efficiency by 60%. So if they are an ultimate casting, skill casting damage dealer, he will reduce their energy recovery efficiency. If they are a physical, based on normal attack damage dealer, like Sylvina, even probably, I'm not sure about Diona which category he would fall into, but then he would reduce their attack speed by 60, which is a lot. For the guard, if they depend more on healing from allies or themselves, Sinbad's debuff will reduce their vitality by 60, reducing the effectiveness of heals and shields provided onto them. If they rely more on damage mitigations, the debuff will reduce their physical defense and magical defense by 30%. Basically, he is a mastermind, a battle mastermind, which can target the weakness of enemies and just debuff them in that exact way. So, really cool. And now, with the level ups, level 2 of the exclusive equipment, it will just upgrade the debuff to an 80 attack speed debuff, or 80% energy recovery efficiency reduction, and vitality reduction of 80 onto the guard, or 40% defenses. If you upgrade him to level 3, plus 10 exclusive equipment. If an enemy is marked as hitter or guard in 2 consecutive assessments, so the second assessment would only go off after the first mark wears off, which will be 30 seconds of the mark uptime. So that is going to be kind of later on to the battle. But then their attack is further reduced by 10% if marked as hitter, and they take 5% more damage if marked as guard. Now, I don't think this is a major effect. However, look at the plus 15. Reduce the hitter's attack by an extra 40% and increase the guard's damage taken by an extra 20%. So there's a big difference between level 3 and level 4. I have plus 15 exclusive equipment. I think the further attack reduction will be up to 40%, and the bonus damage taken by the guard will be 20% if you, in your second assessment, is the same hitter and the same guard. Now, in PvP content, like, usually a match is not going to last, and like, Sinbad's probably going to be dead, like, after 35 seconds into a match, or you would have already won, right? So I don't think you're going to really get the effect of this skill off that frequently. If you're talking about Dream Realm, you would definitely be able to get it off. But then, look, even if you have the maximum damage reduction, which would be the maximum damage dealt bonus is going to be 40%, and then on the reassessment up to 60%, but still against boss enemies it will be reduced to 20% of its original value. So 20% of 60% is only 12%. So still, it is nowhere near like a Rainier level debuff or even a Thorn level debuff to increase the damage your heroes deal. So I do not think necessarily he will be great for Dream Realm. He can be usable because he has, like, from his other skills, he has a lot of damage output onto a single target. He is a rogue hero. But yeah, Dual Cut deals 140% attack damage, more damage to the enemies marked as hitter or guard. So bonus damage from his Dual Cut, which already has really high multipliers. One thing to keep in mind though is that with the Tracker's Instinct, which will go off 6 seconds into the battle, he will then end up on the guard because he charges the hitter, attacks him 4 times, then he takes on the guard and attacks him 4 times. Now the problem is, if he's just sitting there attacking the guard, that's not where you want him to be. You would ideally want him to keep attacking the hitter, and I do not know how he will be able to target the hitter in the back. So we'll now do some arena testing after looking at his skills, but overall, very interesting hero for an A-level rogue. I was not expecting anything like this. I was expecting it to be not too game-changing. So let's go ahead and try to find some opponents and come up with some defenses. Okay, so here the hard-hitting damage dealer will be the Lily May, the hitter, and most likely the guard would be the Thorn. We are going to do a full Sinbad test. We need to come up with a team which will be the best for him. I think I'm just going to go Thorn. It's pretty safe to go Thorn, Soul Pacting the Sinbad for added protection, Damon for the healing, Scarlita for more shielding, and then finally, final hero option, Lily May for more damage. Or, because will Sinbad be able to kill everyone on his own? Probably not. We could try Iron, just to take the initial Lily May ultimate cast. I think it could be fine. Do we want to go for Enlightening Spell on the... Don't think we need it. There's not major crowd control on the enemy team. We can go for Confining Spell. Iron can run down the side over there. And, okay. Or even in the back. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens with Sinbad. Lily May is going to interrupt the Iron at the beginning of the match. Iron's going to run up towards the Leica. Sinbad is attacking. Now he's going to go for his Tracker's Instincts to mark the various enemies. And he is going to go back to attacking them. Thorn Damage Reflect actually killed all the enemies. Sinbad, how did he jump? Oh, because the enemy, he jumps back here when he's doing another Tracker Instinct calculation. All of those like formulas pop up. And that is because the enemy who was defeated, who was his marked target. And that is why he had to reapply his Tracker's Instinct. So the MVP of this battle, Sinbad like did decent damage, but it was really the Thorn. One problem is, I think Thorns end up dealing a lot of damage. And so sometimes he can be marked as both the guard and the hitter, right? But I guess that would be fine. It reduces his attack. But you really want to mark the Lily May as the hitter. Ideally, Thorn was the MVP of that team. Okay, we need to try some more team testing. The issue with Sinbad for PvP is, like rogue class heroes, is difficult to keep them alive. Lenya was surprisingly tanky and able to survive, but you saw Sinbad there. Thorn Damage Reflect almost killed him. What if we forget about Thorn and we bring out the Freyasto? I still think I want to run Damien. We can do damage reduction on the him, and energy for Lily May, and then Damien. How about something like this? Should be fine. Yeah. I love, so Lily May does really well into Dunlinger, because whoever is Protect Ally, which is the Carolina, she's not going to be able to ultimate because Lily May is going to interrupt her. And already the Rainstorm Ballet almost killed the Lily May. So Tracker's Instinct went off, the hitter became the Carolina, and he finished off the Carolina. That's what I'm talking about. And now, yeah, gonna go after the guard, I guess, who is the Iron, who took the most damage. And Lily May gets to cast her ultimate again. Lily May just really is kind of the MVP. The best go-to counter for Dunlingers who are blocking your ultimate cast. This team worked really well. I like this team, but I think the opponent also didn't have as many Celestial Hypogeans as the other people that we were facing. I wonder whether... Yeah, Scarlita is still pretty important. Potentially we could replace her with more firepower and just try to kill the enemies first, because that is going to be another way that we would manage to counter enemy Scarlitas if you kill enough of their allies before she descends. Okay, what do we have? Okay, 800,000 power on his defense. Diagonal team. Okay, so again, we're going to have to do a Lily May to counter the Diagonal Dunlinger, which is the go-to counter. And now he's going to be the hitter, right? So Sinbad will be able to mark him, Damien for the healing. I think pretty good team we have here. Damien might not be in the optimal position, but... You know, I could potentially even do something like this, right? Why not? Why not do this? Because then the Freyasto himself is kind of safe. The Illusion will be tanking first, and the Damien is in a pretty optimal position to heal. Okay, let's try this. Okay, going to Rainstorm Ballet right onto the Diagonal. Diagonal is dealing a lot of damage. Thankfully, the Toy Chariot survives. Look at that damage burst. Almost dead. Sinbad is almost down, even though he has a damage reduction. He goes for his ultimate with the skill cast. He killed the Diagonal. I think Sinbad was the one who killed the Diagonal. That was pretty cool. But we need to rewatch this replay, because I want to see, does Sinbad prioritize targeting the hitter with his ultimate cast, or was he already attacking the Diagonal, for example? Because the fact that if he hit the Diagonal there, it probably would be some sort of prioritization. Nice. That was a really good win with this team. Let's watch the replay. So Sinbad didn't do as much damage as Lily May, but still, I think he managed to kill the Diagonal. Okay. So watch the Tracker's Instinct. I'm sure it will be the Diagonal and maybe the Thorn. So hits the Diagonal, and then moves to the Damien. Moves to the Damien. Who did he... The Toy Chariot? Was the Toy Chariot marked as the guard because it took the most damage or something? Let me watch it one more time. Because he first attacks the Diagonal, I'm pretty sure, but then I think he... Or... Let's see. Attacks the Diagonal first, then moves to the Toy Chariot. And now he's attacking the Toy Chariot, goes for the ultimate cast on the Toy Chariot. But then the remaining attacks went off onto the Diagonal. So the Toy Chariot actually was the one receiving all the aggro because he was appointed as a guard, I guess. And so, yeah, his ultimate will go off on whoever his target is. It's not like going to prioritize targeting the lowest health or the hitter or anything like that. So that was just one thing I wanted to figure out.
Not bad at all.
Okay, let's try to find one more defense to fight. Let's see. But overall, not a bad hero. And for an A level, like, I mean, what can you really expect? You can't expect it to be a meta PvP hero countering all the Celestial Hypogeans. So here, another 3 Celestial Hypogean team. I think we have potential though. Because Sinbad will go off on the back. Sinbad got a little bit low in that fight. Maybe I want to have, maybe I want to do something like this. And I think I'm going to give the energy to the Scarlet actually, because then when she descends, she should have maximum energy and she can just wipe out the enemy team. Maybe Damien off to the side. Let's try it. Okay. Sinbad runs around the side, which is fine. He's about to go for his Tracker's Instinct. He's already taken a lot of damage and he's locked down, so he's not able to cast. He goes for it right now. Oh, and when he's in Tracker's Instinct, he can still be hit by the diagonal arrow. That's right. I thought he was like untargetable, but he just goes to the back of the map and can still be hit. I want to rematch this team. I think there was probably a way that we won here, but that was not it. Okay, there's another team here, 824,000 power. Yeah, another diagonal team. Okay, I guess we'll try this lineup, this positioning. So, Sinbad gonna run around the side to the Dunlinger. Tracker Instinct. Okay, Diagonal is the hitter, and the guard is the Toy Chariot again. Okay, anyway, we killed the Diagonal somehow. From, I guess, Lily May plus Sinbad damage attacking the hitter. And if you can make Diagonal the hitter, and he goes off, then his attack is going to be reduced, Diagonal will be less effective, and really nice win here. So this formation definitely seems to be working out better for us when we have the heroes like lined up in this way. Pretty good damage output from the Sinbad. Let's do maybe one more attack. This is the guy. This is the guy we lost to, right? Okay, now we need to avenge ourselves. So I was using the same team when I lost to him. The thing is, Sinbad runs around the side, and Freyastu actually deals a lot of damage to him. So I think we're gonna have to change up our positioning. Maybe do something like this. Yeah, maybe something like this. Okay, we just need the Sinbad to survive and to set the down as a hitter. He still goes around the side to the Freyastu, which is not good. We need the Tracker's Instinct, but he gets stunned, which is the problem. How did Diagonal get to my side of the field? Okay, anyway, I'm not complaining. We need to watch this replay. What happened? But anyway, this is perfect. Diagonal is dead. Oh, he repositioned himself to cast his arrows, right? That's what Diagonal does. But then he repositioned himself in not a good spot for him. Okay, I didn't think it would be possible to reposition all the way across the map like that. I don't think I've seen that before. Okay, so pretty good. We managed to win with that team. But yeah, watch out, because there are two things to keep in mind. If you get stunned with Sinbad, he's not going to be able to do the Tracker's Instinct immediately. And the other thing is, if he is doing Tracker's Instinct, he can still be hit by stuff. He was hit by Diagonal's arrows, and that managed to kill him. Watch this replay. Yeah, Sinbad did a lot of damage this fight. Look how much damage the Diagonal took. Yeah, he repositioned himself to this side. Because he's like, it's better, I can hit more enemies this way. But then, Lily May and Sinbad both jump onto the Diagonal, assigning the marks onto the opponents. And now that Diagonal is dead, this whole comp was about Diagonal, like Damien, Dunlinger, Freyastu, Diagonal. So as soon as Diagonal goes down, it is over. Okay, so overall, Sinbad, very interesting hero, not bad at all, and definitely has some features which no other heroes have right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about Sinbad, but definitely as an A-level hero, he seems very interesting to me. For the Dream Realm, I do not anticipate him to be a top option. Like, if you don't have other heroes built, I'm sure you could use him, but even looking at the Dream Realm boss skills currently, I find it unlikely he will be better than all the other options we have, because we have a lot of options, and also with the Mythic Magic Charm bonuses which will be happening next season, they're very similar to seasonal skills, and there are some heroes who are going to be even better in Dream Realm than they were before. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.